The hidden attack on Jesus' kingship. My friend, I want you to picture the most tragic scene in history for a moment. The Roman soldiers strip Jesus, put a scarlet robe on him, and jam a crown of thorns onto his head. We often think this was just cruelty. But the sermon reveals it was something far more specific. It was satire. They were mocking the very idea that he was a king. They hated his authority. But I have a difficult question for you today. Is that war really over? 1. The war continues in you. The sermon argues that the greatest attack in the world today is still on Jesus' kingship. And the scary part? It's not just happening out there in the world. It is happening inside the church. It is happening in our hearts. You see, every time you refuse to submit to God's will, every time you hold on to anger, demand your own way, or refuse to forgive, you are attacking his kingship. You are effectively saying, you are not the king of this moment. I am. 2. The worst betrayal here is the hardest truth the sermon gives us. In a way, we are worse than the soldiers. Because the soldiers mocked him in ignorance. They didn't believe he was God. But we know him. We know he died for us. We know he rose again. So when we refuse to bow, when we sit on the throne of our lives and demand our rights, we are rejecting his authority with full knowledge of his sacrifice. The source says, we spit on him worse when we stop bowing down to him and bow down to ourselves. 3. The gospel call. End the rebellion, my friend. You cannot have two kings on the throne of your heart. If self is king, you will live in a nightmare of conflict and misery, just like Solomon did. If Jesus is king, you will find peace. The war against God's authority is a war you cannot win, and it is a war that destroys your soul. So, lay down your weapons today. Stop fighting for control. Stop demanding your way. Bow the knee. Let the true king reign over your anger, your fears, and your future. Because the moment you stop attacking his kingship and start submitting to it, he rents the heavens and pours his power into your life.